Hello, this is Amigo Japan, Usmarpato. Now I'm going to give you another tutorial, this time about how to use the object editor in 3DPL. Okay, so first thing you want to do is click here on object editor. And then in the object editor, we don't really have any point of reference. So I have created a new file. Let's see, let's go to load object and load perspective template.xml. And this will give you some ground and a tree in the center. So you can have pretty much an idea of where you are in the 3D world. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is draw white cubes. So I'm going to click on white. And let's see. You have the option of turning on or off the guide, which is this green flashing light. Many people say it's annoying. I like it. You can turn it on or off with this button in properties. Turn green guide flash on or off. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be using it during this tutorial. Okay, so now let's see. I'm gonna go over here a little bit up. I'm gonna draw a cube there, another cube there, another cube there, another cube there. Move a little bit forward. You can use S and X to move forward and back slowly. A and Z to move forward and back fast. There. Now if I move back, you can see I've drawn a cross. Now this was drawn using the moving camera mode. Now I'm going to teach you another way that's actually, I think, a little bit easier to draw using the static camera mode. I'm going to go to this side of this side. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's come right over here. Now to go to static camera mode, move to where you want it to be and press the M key. Either press the M key or click on static camera mode here and turn moving camera mode off. It's the same thing. Okay. Always make sure you click on the center of the screen when you start drawing, or you can click on the OK button at the bottom of properties. Okay, so now in this mode, A and Z work differently. A will make the cube move forward, and up will make the cube move up. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to draw a cube there, a cube there, a cube there, a cube above, a cube here, and a cube here. I'm going to go back to moving camera mode with M. Move back and you'll see I drew a cross. And that one was really easy because I used static camera mode. So I'm going to use static camera mode, but this time I'm going to show you how to do something else at the same time. I'm going to draw one more cross over here. Okay, let me get positioned right. This time I'm going to show you how to draw a cross using a texture. So I'm going to browse from my textures and I want one-sided bark. Texture should always be graphics files. Don't load other files. I don't really know what will happen if you do that. Okay. So I'm gonna, I'm still in moving camera mode. Press M to switch. Okay, I'm pressing A to move it forward. Okay, put one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. Back to moving camera mode. Move back and you'll see that I made yet one more cross. Now this one is textured. as a as a bark. So it's not just a plain white cross. Now I'm going to show you how to do yet one more cross. This time I'm going to use uh, another texture, but let me position myself correctly. Okay. Now let me browse for textures, and this time we want, for example, 6-sided cube template. I'll show you how to do it with that. And this time click on change it to 6-sided. I'm going to change back to static camera mode. Move it forward. I'm going to put one there. Oh, I made a mistake. Press D to delete. When you want to delete a cube, press D. Okay, I changed it. I want it to be 6-sided. Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay. Now, let me show you what happened. I'm going to switch it back to one side. I'm going to switch it back to what it was before, to one-sided. Now, as you can see, what it's doing here is that it takes one texture and puts it on all the sides of the cube. But that's not what we want. Let me delete that. Now, when I put it to 6-sided, I'll show you what happens. Let me finish drawing the cross and I'll show you what happens. Okay, now that I finished drawing the cross, go back to moving mode. Let me turn off the guide now that we're not going to need it. Turn off the guide. Okay. So as you can see, this is the front of the texture. It says front. This is the right of the texture. This is the back of the texture. This is the bottom of the texture, and the top is on top. So every side of the cubes has a picture on it. And now, one more thing, it's easy to get lost in the 3D space, so if you're just flying here in the blue and you can't find your way, use the teleport to point of origin button, and that'll take you back to the beginning. Okay. Now, just one more thing. I'm going to show you one more thing. Oh yeah, turn back on the guide. This time I'm going to browse the textures and I'm going to get the 6-sided ground. Now this is the texture I drew for making the ground. I'm just going to add a few cubes of ground. Yep. Okay. Or I'll just do them all if it's easy. Okay. There we go. And I've just added another layer of ground. Did I get them all? Yeah. So now I've expanded the amount of ground that there is in the cemetery that I've just drawn with so many crosses. So now let me show you how to save. Go to the save object, and I'm going to call it cemetery because that's what it is. Cemetery, and automatically it'll add the x.xml, so you don't have to type that. So just I type cemetery, click OK. It's saved it. Now when I go to load object, I can click on load cemetery.xml and it'll take us back to the beginning. Okay, now let me show you how I drew the textures. Now you can use any editor to draw the textures, but in this case I used Microsoft Paint. And here's the bark texture. It's just it's the one-sided, it's only one-sided, so all I have to draw is one cube, and it'll go on all the sides of the cube. Now let me show you a six-sided texture. What should I show you first? I'll show you this one first. So this is a six-sided texture template. You should always like load this and try to get your pictures to your, if you're going to make a six-sided, you should try to adapt it to this template. Okay, so the first thing I'll tell you is that everything is mirrored. So first thing, every time you make a cube, you make a mirror image of it. Then you flip it to the right position. If you notice, like, front is this way and right is this way, and they're not facing up. So I'm going to give you I'm going to show you an example of when I actually used it. This is the ground, the six-sided ground object. So as you notice, it's a little bit, let's see, so this is the front over here, and yeah, and this is the top with the green, and the bottom is the brown, and the others are all the others are all the sides. So you have to follow this pattern. So if you want to make a six-sided, you have to follow this pattern. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for this tutorial. If you want to learn later how to use the how to load the objects in the program editor, I'll give a tutorial later on that. Okay, bye for now.